Welcome everyone. Today our topic is balancing a chemical equation. Okay. Now today we will learn how to balance a chemical reaction. Now here one question is there. Why do we need to balance an chemical equation? Why there is a need? So here you know what is a chemical reaction. Okay, chemical reaction or chemical equation, we have reactants and products, right? Reactant on the left hand side and on right side we have a product. Okay, so reactant molecules combine to give the products. Okay, now why there is a need? Because the total mass of each of the elements in the reactant side, right? Total mass of each of the elements in the reactant side should be equal to a total mass of each of the product element. That means both the side mass of each element should be equal, and if it is not equal, then we need to balance that equation. All right, now let's see how to balance the equation. And student, if the total mass of each of elements in the reactant side will be equal to or should be equal to total mass of the each element in the product side, and this is called as a law of conservation of mass. Okay, you heard about law of conservation of energy, but this is law of conservation of mass. Okay, in which mass of reactant molecule elements will be equal to mass of the product element. Okay, now see what is the sequence of balancing an equation. Okay, now here I have written 4 steps, the 4 sequence. That means how do we balance the equation. Now first sequence is, first we will balance the metal elements. Okay, that means if in reaction we have a metallic element like here silver, sodium, potassium, lead, magnesium, calcium, aluminum, etc. so on. Okay, so first we will balance the metallic element in a equation. Okay, and next we will look for the non-metallic element like here we have halogen family like chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine. Okay, then nitrogen, carbon, sulfur. So after balancing metallic element, we will look for the non-metallic element, and next we will look for the oxygen molecule, oxygen element, and fourth it will be hydrogen. Okay, so this is a sequence. That means first we will balance number of element on reactant as well as product side, metallic element, then non-metallic element, oxygen, and then hydrogen. Okay, so let's see some example here. So for balancing, if we need here two, now this is a water molecule. Okay, water molecule formula is H2O. Now if we need two water molecule. Okay, two water molecule, then we will don't put here 2, we will write 2 instead of, we will not write, this is a wrong method, we will write 2 over here before the hydrogen. Okay, so here 2 oxygen molecule will be there and 4 hydrogen molecule will be there. Now here 2 2s are 4. Okay, we will multiply this, and here 2 1s are 2, that means here 2 elements of oxygen and 4 elements of hydrogens will be there. Alright, and for suppose in here ferric oxide, we need here like 8 molecules, 8 elements of oxygen. So what we will do here, we will write here 2 Fe3O4. Okay, that means here 2 3s are 6 ferric elements, and here 2 4s are 8 oxygen elements. Okay, so similarly we will put here if we will 2 hydroxide, this is a hydroxyl group, hydroxide group. Okay, and this is a calcium. Okay, so if we want 2 elements of calcium, we will write here 2 CaOH twice. Okay, we will not write any number over here, we will put before this element. Okay, like ferric, calcium, and hydrogen. So this is a sequence of balancing a equation. Now finally we will look for the steps of balancing an equation. Okay, now here I have written one word equation. Okay, in word equation this is a here because of the place I have written below side. Okay, these are the below side the product. This is our left side which is the reactant side, and this is our right side which is the product side. Okay, so in left side we have here two reactant molecules. So the two reactant molecules are sodium hydroxide and sulfuric acid, sodium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid. And next, on right hand side we have the product molecules like sodium sulfate and water molecule. Okay, now we will write this word equation in the chemical equation, chemical formula form, which is a chemical equation. Okay, so step number 1 is write a given word equation into a chemical equation. So just write these molecules in the chemical formula. Okay, in the form of their chemical formula. Like here first is sodium hydroxide. Okay, so we will write here NaOH, this is sodium hydroxide, plus the next molecule is sulfuric acid. For sulfuric acid we have H2SO4. Okay, H2SO4, we will put a arrow, this is the direction of a reaction. And product molecule we have is sodium bisulfate. Okay, sodium sulfate plus water, for water we will write H2O. Alright, now next step will be, this was the first step, and next step will be, okay, now step number 2, this is our chemical reaction. I have written here also, sodium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid, it will gives us sodium sulfate plus water molecule. Okay, and step number 2, we will make a box first and we will write here left hand side reactant molecules and right hand side product molecule. Okay, so in reactant, how many molecule we have here? Sodium. Okay, now first I have told you in the sequence of the reaction. Okay, in the sequence of the balancing, we will write first metallic, non-metallic, oxygen, and then hydrogen. Okay, so just look at here and reactant side. Okay, I am talking about reactant side. First we will see for the metallic element. So metallic element we have is sodium. Okay, then we will write for the non-metallic element. So non-metallic element we have is sulfur, right? Sulfur. Then we will look for the oxygen and then we will write here hydrogen. This is a sequence: metallic, non-metallic, oxygen, and then hydrogen. Okay, now here okay, so after writing this sequence we will look for the number of elements. Okay, number of elements in the reactant side. So here we will write same sequence: first sodium, then sulfur, oxygen, and hydrogen. Okay, now here how many we will count the number of element of sodium. Now here sodium is 1. Okay, reactant side we have 1 sodium element and product side we have 2 sodium elements. Okay, so this is a unbalanced. Okay, now sulfur, just look for the sulfur. Yes, reactant side we have 1 sulfur element and product side also we have sulfur, 1 sulfur element. That means sulfur is balanced. Okay, and now oxygen, here oxygen is 1 in sodium hydroxide, 1 oxygen is there, and in sulfuric acid we have 4 oxygen molecules elements. Okay, now 1 plus 4, it will be 5. So write here 5. And hydrogen we have this here in sulfuric acid 2 and sodium hydroxide 1. That means total 3 hydrogen elements are there. Okay, now what we will do here, first we will write the equation and we will write first this sodium element. Okay, so I am writing here the equation and first we will balance this, like NaOH, sodium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid gives us sodium sulfate plus water molecule. Okay, so here 1 element is there, reactant side, and product side we have 2. So here first we will balance sodium. So for balancing sodium we will write here 2. Okay, now this is balanced, 2 elements here reactant side and 2 elements are product side. So here balance, these are the balance. Okay, now this is balance, both are balanced. Now next we will look for the sulfur. Okay, now sulfur is balanced, here also 1 and product side is also 1 element is there. Now next we will look for the oxygen. Now oxygen here reactant side initially it is 5. Okay, 4 plus 1 5, and product side here we have 4 plus 1 5 elements will be there. Now 5 elements or reactant side, product side 5 elements will be there, and after balancing sodium here we will get 1 molecules, 1 oxygen element extra. That means here 2, this here 2 plus 4, total 6 elements are there, oxygen. Okay, now for balancing this, what we will do, we need 2 elements extra here. Yeah, okay, 4 plus 1, here 5 elements will be there. So what we will do here, in next step we will balance the oxygen. Okay, so again write the equation, NaOH plus H2SO4. Here 2 NaOH is there. Now we balance the sodium and Na2SO4 plus. Now for balancing oxygen, we need here 6 elements, right? So here after balancing it will be 6, and to balance here we will write 2 H2O. Alright, now here 4 plus 2. Okay, 4 plus 2, that means oxygen also balance, and here also 2 plus 4, that means 6. So here this is balanced oxygen, we have balanced oxygen also. And now look for the hydrogen. Now here hydrogen molecules in this second equation we have 2 plus 2, 4. Okay, 4 hydrogen elements are there. Now after balancing, here 4 are there and here also 4. That means here we have balanced oxygen elements also. Now this is a balanced chemical equation. Now just write a balanced chemical equation. Again, NaOH plus H2SO4 gives us Na2SO4 plus 2 H2O. Okay, here 4, here also 4, 1 sulfur, and 6 oxygen. Here also 4 plus 2, 6 oxygen is there. Okay, so this was the first example. Now just look for the second example. Okay, now in second example I have taken this ferrous, okay, iron, that means ferrous plus water molecule, and here we have ferric oxide Fe3O4 plus H2O. Okay, so here chemical this word equation I have already written in chemical form. Now again write here reactants molecule, and here we will write the product molecule. Okay, now first write the element. So metallic element, what is a metallic element? Here reactant side we have ferrous, Fe. Okay, and here also first we will write Fe. Then non-metallic element. So here we don't have any non-metallic element, so we will write here first oxygen, then we will write hydrogen. Okay, now here the reactant side, first write the unbalanced elements. Okay, first here one element, and here product side we have 3 elements. Okay, and oxygen we have one element oxygen, and here we have 4 oxygen elements. Okay, and here hydrogen 2, and here also hydrogen 2. Now that means hydrogen is balanced. So first we will balance the Fe. So for balancing Fe, we will write here, first I am writing the equation. Fe plus H2O gives us Fe3O4 plus H2. This is unbalanced. Okay, so first we will balance what? Fe. So for balancing Fe, reactant side we will put here 3. Okay, that means now here these reactant and product side metallic element is balanced, Fe3. Okay, now what about oxygen? Oxygen here product side we have 4 elements, and reactant side we have one elements. Okay, so here what we will do, we will multiply this by 4. Okay, so here 4 oxygen will be there. So again now oxygen is balanced. Now oxygen is balanced. Okay, now here hydrogen, here also 4 oxygen, product side also we have 4 oxygen. Okay, now hydrogen, what about hydrogen elements? Hydrogen here 4 to the 8. Okay, 8 elements will be there. So again here reactant side we have only 2 elements hydrogen. So what we will do, we will multiply this here by 4. So here 4 to the 8. So this is a balanced chemical equation. Okay, now student take one more example. Okay, now this I'm taking H2S2O7 plus H2O gives us H2SO4 sulfuric acid, and here we have disulfuric acid. Disulfuric acid water molecule, and this is sulfuric acid. Okay, so just make a box first, reactants, then here we will write products. Okay, All right, now first we will write the what metallic element. So here we don't have any metallic element. So first we look for the non-metallic element. So here non-metallic element is sulfur. Right here also sulfur. Okay, so how many sulfur molecule here we have? Reactant side two sulfur elements, and here one sulfur element. Okay, now then after this we have oxygen. Okay, we will write here oxygen. Oxygen 7 plus 1 8, and here oxygen 4 elements. Okay, then after oxygen we will write hydrogen. Hydrogen here 2 plus 2, so 4 elements, right? And here only we have 2 hydrogen elements. Okay, all right, now first we will balance sulfur. Okay, now write the equation. H2S2O7 plus H2O gives us H2SO4. Here 2 elements are there, so reactant side we will multiply by 2. Okay, now we balance the sulfur element, non-metallic element sulfur. So this is balanced. Now after balancing sulfur, other elements will be unbalanced. Okay, so here oxygen is 4, here it is 8 reactant side, so product side less elements are there, that means 4. So after balancing sulfur we will get here oxygen. Here 2 fours, 2 plus 2 fours are 8. Okay, that means here we have balanced oxygen element also, 4 to the 8. Okay, now look for the hydrogen. Here hydrogen 4 elements are here, there, and here, there. Okay, here 2 and here 2. Okay, and here also, so 4 side, and here 2 to the 4, that means we balance the chemical equation. Okay, so this is a balanced form of a chemical equation. I hope you all have understood well. Okay, thank you.